Alrighty. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
I heard welcome, welcome, welcome. That was it.
Just the thing's not popping up with the uh, Sirenscape. Making sure that something wasn't screwed up. But if you guys are still hearing Sirenscape, just worry about fixing it at another time.
I mean, I don't hear anything other than you talking.
How about now?
Nothing.
Weird. Well, I'll close it and try. It was working earlier, but since I've had a whole of 30 minutes to try to figure out how in the hell to work this interface, I think we'll just leave it as is. So here we are. Welcome. Sorry for the little bit of technical issues, but I guess until we find a better name, welcome to the Spellcast Starfinder Edition, episode number 2, as we are playing through Horizons of the Vast, the latest in a series of adventure pass by Paizo. Does anybody want to give a recap of what happened 2 weeks ago?
Well, I think we landed on our planet of choice. One of our team members was promptly eaten by bugs, or killed by bugs, which we then in turn killed. Um, and then beyond that, we decided to where to build the settlement, and that was that, if I remember right.
Yeah, you guys landed, killed some bugs. Um, the quick build buildings got put up, and you guys were invited to the cantina slash bar at the end of the night, where you were contacted by one of the structural engineers and one of the electricians about some issues. Um, they, knowing that you were some of the first people on this planet, are kind of seen as kind of de facto leaders, so they asked you for help. Um, and you guys decided that you wanted to go to the structural, which is the grain like the food silo, first. Try to figure out what was going on with that. You guys went over there, talked to. Gotta find her name. Maladia Sirinth. Um, and she said that there's something inside. Somebody saw something go inside the silo, and the silo was uh, like lopsided. Where you guys, I don't remember if it was Dr. Saint or if it was, um, or like that looked inside, but they saw a little louse like creature. And you guys found that there was a second, um, an actual other entrance to this silo where you guys open the door, saw this louse kind of like hanging on one of the support beams, clearly chewing on it, and then you guys heard like a cackling coming from above, and you saw this pale, hairless little gremlin-like creature hanging out up above. And pull up one more time. I'll have you guys roll initiative while I am pulling up one of the rule books.
Team.
16 for Trudez.
With a big old true days.
Sorry, 1 second. My thing got closed.
Ennis with a big old +1. 17.
Not 24.
Dr. Saint.
First roll.
Pow, 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 pow. The louse.
Wasted on an initiative roll.
And
Depends what I do with it.
page. Dr. Saint, you are first to.
Okay.
You guys are piled up right outside the door there on the left. It is open, but yeah, you guys are kind of see. Oh, you barely see him there at the top of the screen, the little gremlin guy, and then the little brown creature on right is that louse-looking thing. The pillars are like scaffolding pieces that just go all the way up to the ceiling. The ceiling is probably 60 feet in height above you.
So, is it possible to kind of on that pillar that's closest to us,
Yeah.
go up and kind of peek around the right? And do I have any sort of cover bonus if that's where I post up and try to take a shot from?
Yeah. Would have, because it's still a little hollow, we'll call it regular cover. That'll be a +4 to your AC.
I'm gonna go up spot then.
Okay. Talking about right there.
And yes. And gonna hit this louse character.
Go for it.
With an injection.
Yeah, the tiles that I made those out of foam, but I went to seal them yesterday. Kind of, protect them from anything. And apparently I didn't get the Mod Podge on there the best on all of them because some of them look like they've been eaten by acid.
Is the 12 gonna hit?
12 against. Does it say what kind of damage it does?
It says 1d6a, but that might indicate that it's my primary.
That is acid. So that is against EAC, which is a hit.
Oh, nice. So I'm going to inject it with a minor inhibitor that does -2 AC
Okay.
for number of rounds. I'd have to double check on, but I think it's. Let me get back to you on number of rounds.
Okay.
The damage roll is 3.
So okay, so you pull out your little dart gun, shunk, shoot off one of your needles, and it hits, and you see the acid kind of burn away at some of the chitin on it, but the acid doesn't seem to have any effect on it.
The acid has no effect.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, in metagaming terms, it's immune to acid, but your -2 to AC and all of that still goes through.
That's for 7 rounds.
Nice. So 7 rounds of -2 AC. It is Canis's turn. So basically, I'm just gonna do the opposite. Damn it. Chair just fell off. Knowing that we've got a little bit better shot, I'm going to take a shot at this guy. Hunting rifle. +2. Woo! For a 12 against KAC. Which normally just hits, but with 2 hits more. For 5 damage. Trudaz. Your turn.
Alrighty, let's move into the room there. Let's see, I got a range of 60 feet. So, my gun has a range of 60 feet, I should say.
Okay.
My move feet is 25. Would that get me within that 60
That's 20 right
feet or
there.
not?
Right
Okay.
in the middle of the pillars.
And would that be okay? Would that be 60 feet for the weapon then?
Yeah, yeah. You're like 15 from the louse and say 25 to 30 from the gremlin.
All right. Yeah, let's attack the gremlin. 18.
18 hits.
Wow. 1 damage.
1 damage. And he just just sitting there laughing at you. It is the gremlin's turn. See, just hanging up there on that, and you're gonna see him climb down. Wait a sec. Didn't realize this guy had spells. Thought it was a different. Come on. Spells. Spells. Okay. Seeing. Seeing the big Vesk trudge into the room and fire at him, I'm going to need Trudaz to make a will save. As you just see him like hands shoot out, and you guys see it, this like thing shoot down to Trudaz and hit into his body.
That's a 7.
7. So as you see, you look up at this thing, like readjusting your gun, and you become frightened of this little creature, just like the face contorting into all these weird and disgusting formations. So you're frightened for 2 rounds. Frightened, Starfinder. You must flee or fight, and you take a -2 penalty to ability checks, attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks.
Is that just against that particular creature or just across the board?
I think across the board. Yeah, and he's going to climb down. Ground level, right? Or like.
Walk in.
Has partial cover, so he gets +2 to his AC. So we'll have the -2 from earlier. Yeah. Pow pow!
Hard 9.
9 total. That is a miss. He just fired just right above it. Shoots and glances off the structure. It is the louse's turn. I don't be giving her that yet. Gonna do. What's it gonna do? Having a birthday party? Huh? Using them as dampeners best I can. Although we might not need them. Both these mics are pretty. Oh. Bring your blanket. What's up? $25 to there. Dr. Saint. Gonna try to bite at you for that should be a miss. That's an 11 against KAC.
That's gonna miss. Yeah, right.
Yeah. You just kick it. Back to the top. Dr. Saint, is your turn. Dr. Saint, followed by Canis.
I'll take a guarded step back towards the door, like 5 feet or so. And I'm gonna take a shot at the gremlin this time.
Okay.
That's a 9.
9. I believe that is a with what's your weapon? You shooting him with the acid dart thing?
It's a Costalance Liquidator. 1d6 acid damage.
That is a hit, just.
The damage is 2.
Ooh, nice.
And do I want to hit him with an inhibitor? Let me think about it.
Inhibit this.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this one a -2 AC as well for
Okay.
7 rounds.
Nice. Canis. Slide over him. Or like is getting harassed by this louse. And I'm going to fire at it. Still -2 to 8. That is a 15 total. So that hits. 5 damage. Trudaz.
I will take a shot against the gremlin there,
Go for it.
even though I am frightened.
Yeah, so you're at a -2, but it's at -2, so it's a wash.
Okay, well, so it's 13
13 is a hit.
with my -2.
Yeah.
Yep. For 4 damage.
4 damage. Nice. Is the gremlin's turn. What's the hell's he want? See what the spell does. I don't know the freaking Starfinder spells quite well enough that I could just be like, oh yeah, I want to do that one because I know what it's going to do. Save. Oh, okay. Will save. On Canis, since Canis is kind of lighting up his little louse buddy, will save. See him cast another spell. Automatic fail. No, natural 1. So you guys just see Canis like stand up straight. And you see him take it and drop it on the ground. And just stand there. Like eyes glassed over. Or like.
How did this louse creature attack?
It tried biting him. Yep. Okay.
Bless you. I will take a full action.
Go for it. Because that's 10 plus bluff or 15 plus 1.5 CR? Or 10 plus
This
sense
one
motive?
is
Okay. And in cases where, because this is such a, I'll tell you, it's a low CR, that if it's a weird, so I'll just tell you it's a DC. Nat 20?
Nat 20.
Pow, 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 pow. Yeah. So he is tricked.
I just kind of take 2 of my
Whoa!
Then I on. So
Nice. So another -2. He's got a -4 to his AC currently. This will be KAC because I'm bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. An 8.
An 8 is exactly what you need.
Jeez.
Sucks that the freaking
Oh, wait,
Sirenscape's
sorry, it
not
was a
working.
9.
Sucks that the Sirenscape isn't working. I'll try. Why we could hear it earlier, but it's not. Because when we were testing everything to make sure that shit was working right and we weren't getting echoes from the microphones, it was playing fine, but only needed 3. So as you just like hit it once, kind of goes flat, and then you hit it again, and just this like rust color liquid from like the swelled up all the back end of an insect's called, not the thorax, because that's like the abdomen. That's still technically the abdomen, or is there another piece to it? But anyways, the ass end of it just goes explodes with this iron colored rust liquid.
It's covering that wall.
Yeah. And actually, as you see, that hits, kind of starts to eat away at the metal. Where it's at, you see a little bit of like an acid burn. It's still kind of lingering there on the ground. Yeah, just this. But move it all. Right.
Yeah, I will move just kind of up. Okay. 30 back to.
Acid splash. It would have been the louse's turn. Back to the top, Dr. Saint.
I'm gonna fire upon the gremlin. Is he in my view from this?
You may we'll say you take a step over to the right just a little bit. So you're not trying to fire through your buddy, Mr. Trudaz.
That's a 23.
That'll hit.
5 acid damage. That'll do it for my turn.
Yeah, you just boom, shoot, hit him, and then just the acid just starts eating at him. You just hear him, and he falls to the ground. You guys just see like his chest cavity just starting to burn away. Acid shot out by your Isoki little friend.
Damn.
Well done.
And after that, Candace
Well,
kind of bends down and picks up his rifle. Oh, you got him. Nice. Yeah, so looking around, you guys don't see any more creatures that need killing. Back out into the sunlight as Maladia comes running up and, oh, I heard what sounded like laser shots and gunfire. Is everything okay? An awful screaming. What was that?
Trying to think of something to say. I got nothing
So
of
they
that.
came up. So somebody came up and asked what that was.
Yeah, it was the lady who basically hired you for this job.
Can we just like pick up the corpse of the goblin and like throw it at her feet?
Yeah, so we'll say you're coming out after she arrives, and you just go, and then like you go to throw it, but the acids worked so much that the top half goes flying out like 15 feet, and then the legs go like 5 feet in front of you. It's like, oh my god! What? And like she's like kicking it with her foot. What? Is that a gremlin?
I believe it was a gremlin.
Disgusting little creatures. Well, that's it then. I'm assuming that everything's good inside. If you're coming out, this little nasty little thing.
We didn't see anything.
Perfect. Well, I guess I can't thank you guys enough. we don't have any money per se right now that I can give you, but I can at least make note of it. That way, whenever we do, I could get you guys paid or some kind of bonus or something at least. And she kind of like, and you see your team run up and they start like tools and they pop out this like little robot and it like starts to push up on the silo, and you guys see the silo straighten out and they're starting to get it all squared back away. And she's like typing on her. I can't thank you guys enough. This is just wonderful. With this, the machinery inside is safe. We'll be able to, once we start producing our own food, store it here and let it stay fresh for weeks on end. This is, you guys, I don't think you understand what you've done for our little colony. Thank you so much.
It was my pleasure.
Yeah, you're welcome, lady.
It's what we do.
But basically, pulling a little bit behind the curtain here, but because of that successful removal of the gremlin and the louse creature, you guys have a +1 to the economy trait now because of that. I don't think anybody really took any damage. But yeah, you guys are, we'll say it's, 10 o'clock or so in the morning. You guys have talked about going to the electrician, check on him, and he said meet at the power core on kind of the other end of town. So I'm assuming that's what you guys want to do. Boy fix.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's head over there.
All right, so yeah, you guys start heading over there, and that's where it starts to get more forested. He's set that kind of out of the way in the more forested, rocky area. As you guys approach, you see this rock formation, kind of with this little bit of an overhang, and you guys kind of see the power core in the back coming kind of intermittently. You see this wom. It doesn't seem like it's regular. So you go, hey, something's up. But you guys remember that he said that there's been like power outages. He's got some strange readings, overloads. But it's back here because the rocks are protecting it from weather until a more permanent solution can be constructed. And you guys just see trees all around, vines kind of hanging over, kind of curtaining off the core, and then just kind of rolling on the ground kind of all over the place. But from the power core, you guys see all these wires and conduits kind of branching out every direction, and then you see smaller like pylons kind of spread throughout this open area. But as you approach, you notice a body lying face down near the entrance to this power core. a wire nearby just kind of you guys see arcing electricity once in a while. Yeah, that's what you. Which, if you give me a second, I'll build it so you guys can kind of see what's what.
Well, Dr. Saint, that was some sharp shooting in there. Say.
Thanks. Just a little target practice.
Real dead eye.
They don't call me Deadeye Saint for nothing.
They do call you that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's my old nickname.
Trudez, you got any old nicknames? Yeah, me neither.
Good talk. See you out there. Say the body is where that little louse creature is. But yeah, this is kind of what you guys see. Yeah, just picture a little overhang over the top of that large large thing in the back. Yeah, these all are smaller pylons that are also kind of flashing like wom 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 wom, just all like random. They're not like it's not a perfect interval. But yeah, then just picture on the ground a wire kind of twisting and running to each one of those pylons from that center power core.
One by the.
Just to make it look cool.
Okay.
But yeah, basically straight out from that, you see this little arc flash of electricity.
Connected to the.
That doesn't seem right.
No,
No,
yeah,
it doesn't.
usually you
Who
want your
installed this?
electricity on the inside. You don't want it doing that. Unless you got a Tesla coil. Then you do want it doing that, because then if it's not, then it's broken.
Do any of you guys have any experience working on these power core systems?
Yeah, not specifically power cores, but I have a little bit of engineering training and some computers.
I rock a -1 to my engineering skill. If anybody feels like living dangerously.
I mean, I could try to get up there and try to repair the line. At least worth a shot. I don't know if I got all the tools, but try something.
Scope it out.
All right, let's head on up. Walking up, can just in case, watch out for the otherwise, and walk on up. And as you get up to him, you notice he's got this brown jumpsuit and like bronze goggles on face. Which, if you remember, that's what remember these freaking guys' names.
Gavin?
Yes. The dwarf was wearing last night. and you get up there, and yeah, it's very clearly a dwarven person. But wires are kind of laying on his body, so it's like, all right, I'm gonna try to lift this up. I want you to try to pull him out of the way, then I'll sit these back down and try not to shock yourself. All right. So engineering check. I got a +8. I just not needed to roll real shit. Not bad. 16, which is enough. So Candace kind of like takes off his cloak real quick, throws it over Ark, shifts it out of the way, picks up enough for you to drag him out. So I'll have you make a strength check. I was thinking, I wonder if yeah, we'll try to aid you. I think you can move it out of the way and then try to help you. Yeah, that's a natural 13. So it takes you to a second to get him out, but you slide him out of the way. And grabs his cloak, kind of shakes off the back up. He is for sure unconscious. So Canis looks at you. You know any medicine, or we're gonna have to call up one of the others?
Oh, I know a little bit of medicine. I can give it a shot. Oh,
Is there a doctor in the house?
not to
Unless
say
you're
I'm no
super
doctor.
confident, I really think you better let me handle this one.
Like I said, I forgot we got an actual doctor. I don't know if he's a medical doctor, or if he's a psychiatrist or something.
A dentist?
Yeah, what does the D really
Is there a
stand for?
doctor in the
Dentist?
house? Yes, I'm a doctor.
What's your PhD in there, Dr. Saint?
Genetics and toxicology. But
I think genetics will work.
I think I can handle this.
Get over here.
So
Doc.
we'll drag his body over to you. I'll have you make a medicine check to try to wake him up.
I must be unfamiliar with this sort of person's body. I only got a 9.
Looking like you're just slapping him around, not trying to actually wake him up. Cases, I give it a shot. I get a little bit of training. It's more just first aid training. But try something. Natty 20. He just walks up.
Just a little bit of training. Let me diagnose this guy with everything he's gonna have for the next 10 years.
This guy's actually got gout, and looks like he's got a broken femur. No, so Canis just like, oh, long. He's unconscious. Pulls out like just some smelling salts and waves it in front of his face or something. Bloody hell! What the? Oh, ouch! Oh, and like holding. You guys notice that he's got like a scar on his arm. Oh, the vine! Ouch! Ouch! And he like, careful, the vine, it's over there. Oh, gods, hurt. And as you guys like look over, you see some of the vines on the ground, kind of like, like slowly, quickly moving on the ground, just pulsing with this electricity. So I'm gonna need you guys to roll some more initiative.
Quick side note: after Dr. Saint couldn't diagnose what it was, or like walked up and patted him on the back and whispered, "It's okay. We do know you're a real doctor."
Thanks. I know you can't know everything.
Uh, 15 for me. True Daz.
$13.
Well, either that or get her basically just a cupcake that was pure butter. Well, I also got those little like paste things that are apparently just like yogurt but for cats. I asked the guy, I'm like a lot of these look like they've got peanut butter in them. Like any of these safe for cats to eat? He's like, yeah, technically. He's like, yeah, they're all got peanut butter in them. So he's like, oh, we got these other like yogurt like things. So I'm like, I'll just grab those.
Dog allergic to peanut butter?
No, but we were gonna give Frodo something. Also,
Oh.
since it's Storm's birthday, so they just got a little extra treats.
Everybody gets a treat.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a treat. Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Okay, so yeah, so you guys are around the dwarf and just turn around to see these vines like snaking towards you. This with these like brilliant like purple white flowers. It is the vines' turn first because it kind of got the drop on you. Hmm. You just see it like this bolt of energy kind of pulse up from the, and then just out of one of the flowers, just the shot comes out at. We'll go with Orlike since he's right there in the front. That is a 5. Or 3 points of electricity. Then Trudaz, you were next, and then Dr. Saint. Actually, no, it's just gonna slide up there. So yeah, Trudaz, Dr. Saint, you're on deck, or like you are in the hole.
So I'm up, right?
Yes.
Or okay. Is that flower thing within 5 feet of me or not? I can't quite
No,
tell.
you're. I need to get you guys painted. You're back here.
Oh, I'm all the way back there. Okay, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
totally fine. I will go ahead and fire.
I say, and we'll say since you're a big, thick boy, big, thick, strong boy, and Orlak's a little tiny dude, you're not don't have to worry about cover.
I'm
On
just
him.
shooting over him.
Yeah.
I'll hold my hands up
Cool,
in a
cool.
V to make a target for you.
All right, 18.
18. That'll hit.
18. Yeah, EAC, I assume.
Actually, got a big old F.
Yeesh. 3 fire damage.
The 3 damage. Dr. Saint. Unless you're moving there, Trudaz.
Nope. I'll just stick where I'm at.
So Dr. Saint wants to identify these vines. So I don't know if that applies to these, but I have that ability to always roll a 20 on identifying life forms. So is there anything for me to even try to identify here?
So, life science. Let's see.
And the spec for this says that every creature will have a rarity DC.
Yeah. So what would be your total roll if you rolled a 20?
What's the modifier for this?
Life science.
28. Although I'm not sure if let's nail down the rule for this later. But if you're gonna give me the bonus, it's 28.
Okay. Yeah, that's enough. I'll give you a few things here. It has it has specific immunities that are specific to plants. So mind affecting abilities don't work. Paralysis doesn't work. Poison doesn't work. Polymorph, sleep and stun do not work. Let me give you two other things here. It has a little bit of electricity resistance, and it is vulnerable to fire damage.
All right, I say to the group, can any of you do any sort of flame attack?
Aye.
Nope.
Me? I can,
Okay.
and I did.
Oh, you can. Okay. Okay.
My
So
weapon
with
does
that in
flame
mind,
damage.
I'll attack the next one over from the one that Trudaz hit.
Okay, it's all the same creature, so
Oh, it's one creature.
yeah,
I misunderstood.
one creature, but well, it's one creature, but it's got like multiple vines and heads, but it's considered one creature.
Roll a 7 for the hit.
7 total. That is a miss. Bow! Shoot at it, and just it like dodges out of the way. Or like.
Take a guarded step.
Go for it. Canis. Just gonna turn around, pull up the gun. Pow, 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 pow. Harrying fire. 15. Ooh. On the die, +2, so 17. It is. Oh, the next attack on it has -2. Or +2. It is the Vine's turn. And then just kind of like, and you guys lose sight of it. Trudaz.
So there's no creature that we can see.
Mm-mm. Like it basically just goes into these bushes, and then like you're like looking around, and it just looks like there's a bunch of plants and this undergrowth.
Um, boy. Let's I guess can you ready an attack? In
Yeah,
Starfinder?
it's the way that Starfinder usually, or like Starfinder Pathfinder does it, is you hold your initiative, and you should be like, oh, I want to go now, but I'm fine with playing it like we do in 5e, to where you're like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna hold an action until it reappears, kind of thing, to make it more simple.
Yeah, I mean at this point, yeah, I would just hold my attack action and just kind of be prepped.
Yeah, so you're kind of over where you saw it go, and you got
reappear.
the artillery laser fired up and ready to go. Dr. Saint.
Um, hmm.
Yeah, just picture that, like, as this happened, like everything's dead quiet. You guys just hear like a few birds chirping, the wind kind of blowing in the trees, and you guys are just like, "Fuck, did it go?" Try to listen.
Yeah. Um, Dr. Saint will cautiously approach kind of the tree line, but like from an angle,
Okay.
kind of strafing to the side as he does, and just trying to get sight of it.
Okay.
So I'll just move as far as I have to, or until the end of my turn, trying to get a sight on this thing.
Okay. So we'll have you make a perception check against its stealth.
21.
You're like just slowly taking your time, gun raised, looking, and like this creature has disappeared off the face of this earth. You have no idea where it's at.
All right, I'm gonna hold my weapon ready to take a shot when it comes out.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Guys, I think it just left.
Yeah, okay. We'll say that was a reaction. I wanted to make sure, because the way some of the actions work in Starfinder, they didn't count as a standard, but it doesn't look like it is. So, yeah, so you ready your attack, or like.
And I'm just thinking to myself, what's this Orlanzi's name again? Do I remember the name?
Make a culture check.
16.
16. Yeah, it takes you a second. You're like, Orville, no, or no, or like, yeah, that's it. I think that's it.
Or like, I think it's gone. Why don't you go up to the tree line and verify?
Am I persuaded?
We'll say make a sense motive. Sense motive against. If you're being genuine, there, Dr. Saint, roll a diplomacy check, and we'll do a versus.
What if I'm not being super genuine?
Then bluff. Don't have to let me know which it is, but it's the number after the fact.
7.
So I guess if you were bluffing, then you get the sense that he's like, yeah, go up there and check that out, or if he's being genuine, like, yeah, I got you, I'll go check it out. I guess that's up to you guys if you wanna.
If he can sense my motive, then he would sense that better someone else than me. Well, one of the main inspirations for Dr. Saint is Rick Sanchez. So if you can kind of picture the way that Rick would say it, that's kind of what it was.
Thanks for the advice, Doc. Eyes peeled, and I give him 2 thumbs up.
Yeah,
With
good
both
idea.
of my right side.
Okay, perfect.
And I will move 30 feet.
Okay. You kind of getting to like the nexus of all of the wires. I'll have you make an acrobatics check as you're kind of like trying to avoid some as you're getting closer, arcing a little bit.
5.
Okay, you're good. Definitely. Choo, pew, pew. Do it.
Can I ready an attack?
Sure. Yeah. Um. I'll say, yeah, because you can standard action. You just kind of like crouch down, get as low as you can. Crouch down, but not get prone, and yeah, just try to make yourself as small as possible.
I'll do that.
-4. Let's see. Canis is. Let's see. Being a dog person, what kind of freaking. Got blind sense, percent. Got +2 to perception. And it's because of blind scent, he's like, okay, it's still in the late over there. I don't know where, but it's still in those bushes. But I will try a perception check to see if I can see it. Or are you gonna try? I mean, it's still technically our rule. It's still the person after you hasn't.
I have limited telepathy.
Oh, okay.
It's a 6.
See if you could talk to it or something.
Yeah, or
yeah. So you get the same idea that it's in that little area.
Okay.
You can't specifically. So that is 19. Or wait, hold on. Total +2 because I'm the Valaka, but so that's actually a 24 +7 against. So like looking, can't see it, but I know it's there. Boom, just gonna fire blindly into it. So we'll say that that's the So 50% miss chance. I'm trying to hit it.
Hold on. If you're gonna try and shoot it,
Yeah.
I'm gonna offer to inject you with something. It'll
Okay.
help you aim better.
Okay. So
And
you
so
just like
one
just
of
before he goes to pull the trigger, like I'll hold on a second, Doctor, and then I'll just wait to fire until you inject me.
Okay, yeah, it'll have to be on my turn. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I should explain that this is a booster that either gives you blind sense, or if you already have blind sense, gives you blind fight.
Okay. I already have blind sense, so it would give me blind fight, whatever. Don't have that on my sheet.
I believe that it's like you get 2 rolls if you miss because of not being able to see.
Concealment type thing.
Something like that. I think, yeah, if you miss
Okay.
because of concealment specifically, you get a second roll.
Nice.
Or
Okay.
invisibility or anything like that.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll say it's kind of posted up, waiting for the injection. It is the Vine's turn. Um, Dr. Saint, as you're kind of over there, like getting ready, like administering your dose, you guys you just see this little tendril shoot out of the bushes, trying to hit him. That is a 21 against KAC
Yeah, definitely hits.
for 3 points. Sorry, 4 points. I looked at the wrong modifier. 4 points of bludgeoning.
Okay. Now you just take the damage, I guess.
But it has reappeared for those who were holding actions. Which I think is everybody but Canis, because mine was dependent on getting ejected.
18 here.
18. But you're at -2 because you're close, but that's still a hit.
1 damage.
It is going to take attack of opportunity. Ooh, that is a 14 against KAC.
No, that misses.
So you were ready for that one, and you quickly dodge out of the way. Trudaz, you were holding.
Yes. 19.
19 hits.
Yep. And it is fire damage if that matters at all.
It sure does.
For 7 damage. Almost the maximum.
As you swing it back around, just bow, 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 bow. How would you like to finish this thing off?
Ooh.
Just let it like rip through and like singe it as the shots go through.
Let the bodies
until
hit
it
the
just,
floor.
Like, crumples. Yeah.
It's kind of like that scene in Predator where they're just firing into the jungle and you just for like 10 minutes straight just mowing down. Like you see a couple trees in the background fall down. But yeah, this thing is like cut off like a foot above the ground, and these just fall to the ground. And the dwarf gets up and well, hell, that was interesting to say the least. Yeah, that was a little creature that got me. Appreciate the help. Like you guys took a few beating. Did all right?
All good.
It's all
here.
part of the job.
Perfect.
Hey, friend, do you need any help with bad power core mechanism over here? I'll point to the one Arkin.
Yeah, that would be actually wonderful. You could help me do it. quick couple repairs to patch up these lines, and then I think we're good to go. So yeah, we'll see you guys spend like basically the rest of the day helping him out. And as you guys are kind of done, he walk up to the power core and then just flick the switch, and then all the other pylons just see the main power core just like the lights on it just light up from the bottom up, and there's a coming from it. I think that'll do it. Very, very nice. Drinks are on me tonight. But with that, your guys' settlement's tech trait is now a +1. So just give me 1 second here. Oh, I misplaced the sheet that has all your guys' shit on it. I'll have to look for that after the fact. Yeah, we'll say you guys head back to the cantina. Get your drinks on Gavin, and yeah, well, I guess what do you guys want to do? Hang out at the cantina a bit, head to sleep.
Any interesting characters in the cantina?
Not really right at this hour. There's a few some odd races. I think they're called like dromedae, but they basically look like a cross between like a Great Dane and a like llama like creature. There's just one of those kind of walking around. You don't really see those too often in the Pact Worlds. And then the Branai, I think is what they are. They're like little otter folk. You see one of them kind of walking around, and then you guys see, I think it's an Librian, but it's basically just a brain with like a brain stem floating underneath of it. You just kind of see one of those floating through the cantina.
Or like we'll reach out telepathically to the brain. Howdy.
Well, howdy there yourself.
What does a fine creature like yourself drink in an establishment?
Me, mostly just salt water. Pretty tasty if I do say so myself.
Got great taste.
And you see it kind of like looking around, like it's trying to figure out where it's coming from. See, oh, you're a little smaller than I imagined.
I get that a lot.
Well, good day. Off, gotta go back to work. You see it like floating away, then like not Wild West Saloon Doors, but like and back and forth a little bit. Bug monster. Is there a gnat or something on the board? I wonder. But yeah, we'll say the night kind of goes without issue. But you guys wake up in the morning. You guys don't seem to have anything to do. besides your primary mission. Let me get out the map here. Say if one other thing I want to grab. It's PDF. But yeah, if you guys remember where that miniature is the location of your colony settlement. But is there any particular direction you guys want to start mapping out and exploring?
So we were talking about the body of water and the forest and a mountain range. Is that right? Were those kind of the main three areas we were looking at?
That was to place your settlement.
Well, let's pick a direction, boys. Got a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah, so I guess yeah. You guys kind of tell me which way you want to go. I gotta grab one other book. I thought this PDF had something in it, but it doesn't.
I would say go to miniatures 8 rest. That's the check out.
That certainly seems reasonable to me.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, funnily enough.
Hell.
It'd go to the fort. Oh, so go. Oh goddamn. In favor agreement. Candace is like, all right, yeah. Load it up. Battery. I think I can make a few days without having to. Yeah, having to restock, but maybe when we come back, they got some batteries that you could steal. But yeah. Reminder where settlement is. But I'll have you just roll me a d20. That is okay. So the way that I'm understanding that this works is you guys have to perform a certain number of activities in this square to fully explore it. And basically an activity takes one whole day. So really the only one I think is relevant is perform recon at this point. You guys basically spend a day just this is 12 mile hex. So basically from flat face to flat face is 12 miles. So say you guys spend a day. I need somebody. If you guys want to be careful, or if you want to be thorough,
Can we be carefully thorough?
so just a standard. I'm trying to find if there's an actual DC for this. Don't think so. I think it just happens, but it takes you a day to do it. We'll say yeah, until I can, I guess, confirm or deny. There's a DC associated with it. Yeah, once you've successfully performed so, because you only need one activity, you complete it after 1 day. But you guys find in this square, the ground, it's kind of soggy, and towering trees, supporting vines growing far up into the canopy. These vines have a familiar white trumpet-shaped flower and draping over ferns, saplings, and berry plants. If you guys want to, you guys can make a life science check. But I think that's one of the trained in. Not as well.
That's a no for me too.
Man, you guys never learned basic biology? Dr. Saint rolls a 15.
As you guys have kind of been walking through, you realize that these vines seem to be kind of like an invasive species. They're choking out some of the other plants, and only the largest trees are remaining safe from the overcrowding. And yeah, these vines seem to be very reminiscent of the same vine that you saw the day previous. But as you're kind of like working your way, spiraling in, mapping out the area, you come to this clearing. I mean, trees are virtually non-existent. About 200 feet across this circular area, these white vines growing along the ground, and in the center of this clearing, this little depression, you see a meteorite that struck the ground in the area, and the impact knocking down trees. So there's some fallen trees, and you guys see, these vines kind of all along the area.
Do the vines seem?
I'll have you guys make a physical science check for this. Got a +7, unless anybody has better.
Yeah, I have +8. 24 on the roll.
Okay, I'll assist. So you got a 26. Actually, 28, because I get an additional +2. But like Orlak points this out, and you come up to look at it, and you notice on the ground there's some like burn scars, and the vines kind of follow the burn scars, and you see some burn scars on the meteorite itself, and you get the idea that this meteorite is kind of acting like a lightning rod. And knowing how the vine reacted yesterday to the power core, you think that maybe this meteorite getting struck by lightning is causing all these plants to grow towards it.
All these plants, or specifically that one species of plant?
Specifically that one species of plant. This is your assessment from further away.
How big?
It's probably about as big as this table, so 5 feet in diameter.
Doc, think it's something we.
Dr. Saint wants to give his honest opinion, but he doesn't know. I mean, would it seem like something that we could? How would we destroy it, according to the best of my knowledge?
Something. It would probably have to be explosive. Candace pipes up. He goes, "Well, I mean, we're not too far from the settlement. If this is restricting lightning, it's probably got some metals in it. Could hold it back."
How are we going to haul it back?
That's the part I don't know. We could hook it to our lizard friend over here, see if he can pull it like a tractor.
Yeah, sure.
I got some rope.
Okay.
As long as it doesn't look like it's gonna storm anytime soon.
Make a perception check. Look up into the sky.
Blizzard.
Storm.
12.
Perfectly sunny day. But then just as you get hooked up to it and all your metal, it starts thundering and lightning. No, doesn't. I mean, it'll still take you guys a day to get back. You figure pulling this, but as far as you're aware, there's no storms in the forecast that amount of time.
Yeah, let's give it a tug.
You guys trudge on down, and start looking around it, try to figure out the best way to, strap it up. But before that, I need you guys to make perception checks.
Nat 20 for a 27.
14.
Because these guys know that very good at hiding, you guys do not notice them, so they get a surprise round on you. But just as you guys are like throwing the rope around, these vines pop up and attack out at the group. So I want to need some initiative rolls.
13.
Nat 20 for 23.
Ow. Really should have got the actual book for this. Okay. Okay, 1 second while I get some stuff set up.
As we're walking up after we're like Adam and said, "By the way, True Daz, how big a boy are you?"
Big?
Pretty sure Orlike is about 2.5 feet tall.
Yeah, I think Vesker like 7 feet tall. Let's see here. Because I'm pretty much just going to go with like the standard vest. Let's see. So yeah, about 7 feet tall.
Okay.
And
Sorry.
I assume like 300 pounds or so.
Big thick boy. Because it's a surprise round, so you guys are all flat-footed. Leave. They are the only one attack right now or do anything. So I think they can only move or attack. It would be Trudaz first, but he can't do anything this round. So, the colored one that's got color to it that's been painted. You see it just like shoot out electricity at Trudaz for a 25. For 3 points of electricity. And then be Orlike, Dr. St. Canis, and then the completely gray Vine is going to shoot a tendril at Canis. Natural 18 for 6 points of damage. So actual regular combat now. Trudaz, you are up.
I guess. Can I attack that flower there?
Yeah,
Is that with?
it's 10 feet away from you.
Okay, perfect. And we're no longer flat-footed at this point, right?
Correct.
Okay. Get that off there, and yeah, we'll take an attack here. 15 fire damage. Or 15 attack.
15 hits.
For 3 fire damage.
It is, if you want, no, I guess you already rolled, but you could have done a full attack to get 2 attacks at a -4. But
No, that's alright.
okay. It is that Vine's turn. Yeah, it's just gonna ranged attack again at Daz. That is a 24 to hit for 2 points of electricity. And then it is Orlike's turn. Okay. He'd have, we'll say he has partial cover. With that guy, we'll say that's down enough, like in the ground, that you're able to shoot the top of it. You're fine, but it will give you partial cover.
Do the full. A nat 1, but
Ooh,
my
luck.
Warlin. First time you roll a natural.
Nice. Pow, 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 pow. Nice. Got any critical effect on your weapon? But that's double dice damage. Piercing. One D2 or just two? Oh, yeah, for 2 rounds. I think it. Or no, it takes 2. Now, I guess. Listed damage at the beginning. Yeah, so. So, Dr. Saint.
It's just one creature.
It's 2. 2 of the vines that you guys saw the previous day.
Okay. The one that's closer to me, I'm gonna take a shot.
Okay.
24.
That will hit.
3 damage, and I'll hit it with the -2 AC. No, that'll do it.
All right. One thing. Canis's turn. I'll guarded step away. And I'll just fire at Gray over there. Actually. Yeah, we'll just fire. Is 8 total. He's got a -2. And still a miss. The Greyvine's turn. He is going to. He's going to shoot electricity at Canis. Addy 20. For 5 points of damage. That hurt. Hit points. Quite a bit into my hit points. Rudaz.
I will fire on that same plant vine thing again.
This marriage has turned out to be something quite different.
11.
11 against EAC is just a hit.
Oh, dang. For 8 fire damage. Max damage on that bad boy.
As you just fucking.
Execute that vine with extreme prejudice.
I'll just swap those so it's easier to see. But yeah. You cut that weed
really.
off at the stem. It would have been that vine's turn. Or like.
I can still see that.
Yep, go for it.
What is a 17?
Hits. Interesting. Dr. Saint.
I'm just gonna attack her.
Okay.
21 to hit.
We'll say you just got to slide over. You're not shooting through, Canis. Yep, 21 hits.
Four damage.
Canis is going to swing around. So, reach into his bag and just inject himself with a serum of healing. For 6 HPs. Go back up to full.
You win.
Yeah. But I'm good. Health HP is all the way full. Is that Vine's turn? Give this bitch up to chance. That would be or like have because you're small. We'll say this is actually regular cover. You have a +4 to your AC here. To fire a electric blast at you. I think that's gonna be a miss with the +4. That is a 18 against EAC. Just get you right in the forehead. 2 points of electricity. Not bad, all things considered. But Trudaz, it is your turn.
I will fire. Do I need to step around the rock at all?
No, you're big enough that it's up to like your knees.
All right. Yeah, I will fire, and that's a 12 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 6 damage. Fire damage.
That is more than needed. Take it out.
Nice.
Bow, 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 bow.
Plant killer.
Just trying to figure out where you guys are at. Yeah. XBs wise.
Well, if you can't figure it out, I think that means we're at level 5. Does that sound about right to everybody?
You guys are currently at 600 XP after the 4 encounters you've had so far. And you need 1,300 to get to 2. So, halfway there. But yeah, you guys take out these vine creatures, which I guess because Dr. Saint got such a huge bonus last time, you would know that these are known as jolt vines. But yeah, I guess it's up to you guys if you want to head back to the settlement with your asteroid, or continue on to a different plot. But we will pick up that conversation in 2 weeks. But we need to figure out who got that most valuable die before we leave. $12. 20. Boys.
8.
Two.
All right. Or like, got that most valuable dice. But yeah, with that, I'll try to look up a little more of the exploration rules. I think we did them right, but I'll just double check them again before we play next. But otherwise, yeah, you guys now have a little asteroid that I'll try to figure out what to do with that. But yeah, otherwise, we will see you back here in 2 weeks. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you later.